Welcome to today's Cast and the Fly YouTube style. My name is Cassandra and I'm here talking about bougie lifestyle and the sequencing of marketing and where we are in today's society with the corruption of marketing. We all know that marketing has been geared to sell product versus bring quality so that they can quantify themselves to bring value to themselves while climbing a corporate ladder, whether you're the owner of the business, whether you're the wife of the owner of the business, or whether you're a person who's the backup dancer in the business. It's disheartening and disturbing to sit there and to watch people talk as if they're such great individuals who are offering education to people and then surround themselves with people who are obviously corrupt and obviously up to absolutely nothing, and only are in it for the game of modeling and sequencing of modeling so that they can occur and look a certain way to appease an audience. Notice how I sequence that in conversation so that you as audience can see how you have tolerated it while bitching and moaning, while doing absolutely nothing about it, so that you can keep up with the Joneses yourself. The reality of this is that 99% of you don't care about influencers. So influencers have utilized platform and industry to fuel their bank accounts while behaving and misbehaving badly. Like, I'm talking really bad. Subconsciously generating ways of believing about yourselves while you bitch and moan. And then collectively they come into a network and decide how you as audience are going to feel. Then they show up at conferences like Cannes Lions, where they lie their asses off, copy all the people out there that they're watching on influence platform, and then say that they're unique, original ideas, while teaching nothing of substance, and then questioning why the world is the way it is by hosting erotica associated to clean, eat water, while they stand on a yacht acting as if they're so successful when they've never done anything in their life except for lie, cheat, and steal to get ahead while carrying a Gucci bag while everyone can't stand them. Now that's the key point in what I'm talking to, is that no one can stand you. No one wants you around. You all complain about these people, yet there they go showing up at this party that's a secret Illuminati party to bring an essence of what you're actually looking for. So in the grand scheme of things, each and every one of you are responsible for the downfall of the marketing agencies. Marketing is storytelling associated to brand. Brand is not a person, it's an essence of what you bring to a platform. It's an essence of who you are. And most people's brands on platform, especially when they have secret lunch meetings with Shoo Chew, are literally just, the conversation goes like this: oh, he's got a couple girls working this angle. That's called organized crime, and that's not influence, and that's against the American society. So we have the most laziest people making the most money while trying to tell us that we're unworthy because we work a 9-to-5 job. And then everyone out there is thinking in their head, why can't I be an influencer too? So we have nurses and doctors and dentists and hygienists and healthcare professionals who are being downgraded by fake professionals, fake doctors and fake professionals who are going to platform, lying about degrees, and then talking about wellness and eat clean. That makes absolutely no sense. A anti-wellness campaign is what it is, because the words eat clean mean you're dirty as shit. The words eat clean means that you're dirty as shit. Why do you think that the Middle East is a desert of dryness? Because they have no personality, they have no life, they have no love. It's not just about the climate. It's about the people and the actions that have happened on that part of the earth. You don't think it always was a desert, do you? No, those people known as the Middle East sucked the life out of the earth, and that's why it became a desert. There is no record of this, because they aren't smart enough to keep honest, authentic records. See, the funny part about you is you didn't go to school, you didn't get an education, but you say you know about the history of the Middle East. You say you know the history of our government, yet you never went to college. You're just making shit up in your fucking head, just like these marketers. So the problem with marketing is people are not substantial in grounding themselves in authentic ways of existing on the planet while using words like way of being when you have no clue what it actually means. Your way of being is greedy, lustful, wrathful, awkward, boring. Yet because you occur a certain way with Frank's hot sauce, or you have a dude on the stage who's an NFL Super Bowl winner, players that generate attention more than any other person on the globe, you're going to try to use them to get yourself ahead in the game of business versus what you're actually there for within Cannes Lions, which is to educate an audience around marketing, not your version of marketing. There's a difference. So really, let's go to the story of Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce sitting on a stage where there were two awkward people. One is a Frank's hot sauce from some foreign country. And the storyline is that the Neanderthal, and I say this loosely, Neanderthal being a humorous version of existing, of like a gruff man who's strong and sturdy and all that stuff, who could build houses with his hands. He has talents, right? His other talent is comical and easy to talk to, and homegrown American. And this woman from another country is going to say that they just threw things at Jason Kelce to see if he would do hot sauce and coffee. That's not marketing. That's a gimmick. Not sure you're really landing in what I just told you. That's not creative. That's copying the Asian people who eat live animals. And this isn't even up against Jason Kelce. This is against the company who threw nerds in his face where he put hot sauce on them. This is against the company of Frank's hot sauce, who has tons of salt in it, by the way. So not only have you downgraded marketing to be gimmick versus entertainment, it's why nobody wants to watch your commercials. You even have the audacity to sit on a stage and talk about absolutely nothing to evolutionize the advancement of marketing because you're greedy, you're selfish, and you're absolutely worthless. And you're not American. However, that's an American company. It's why you don't invite foreigners into our land to lead big corporations when the product is American. Get your own shit. You're not qualified. You're manipulative. The whole grand scheme of things is that you're all out to fill up your bags and your pocketbooks to a bunch of people that you've trained into becoming monkeys while the Democratic Party fuels it to get votes. Meanwhile, you parade around prostitution and holding hands all over a yacht while acting and persuading people into the gimmick of what Middle Eastern has done, reminding you that Middle Eastern is a desert. Dried up resources because of people who are from the land. So now their land is dried up and they're trying to move in on our land with the most aggravating and annoying personalities, yet no one wants to acknowledge it because look at how hot they are. And I ain't talking about Frank's hot sauce, although that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a little seasoning to cover up the dry ass chicken. A bunch of scaredy cats running around because there is no professionalism in the undercover operation amongst all of you individuals who proclaim yourselves to be influencers, as well as marketers. You're not marketers, by the way. You're just gimmickers. You're gimmickers, you're liars, and you're nothing but scoundrels. You have no talent. You have no storytelling skills. You're not fun to talk to. You don't laugh authentically. It's all a fake, fraudulent imaging of how you want people to perceive you, and then you force it upon them instead of actually fighting for anything for yourself. An example of that is no one likes you, and you don't want to change who you are because you're the queen in your mind. And so instead of adapting to the origin of the land that you're on, you push and manipulate the minds of others to force yourself on them, and that's called molestation and rape. Mind rape. The voice alone should tell you how diabolical and annoying that shit is, while she tries to tell you that she's going to give you a blowjob. Not because she likes you, not because you're interesting. No, it's to control you. It's to get something that she wants for herself because she's not authentically who she says she is. She's a complete fucking fraud. Laughing when other people laugh. Talking to the other girl as if she's friendly to get one over here and to get one over there, while three girls sit in the back and talk shit about what's being handled in the foursome across the way. While she continues to play it off as if this is no big fucking deal. But we all know what you did all week, Motivan, which was cry yourself to sleep at night, wondering how your life got to this point, but still willing to carry on with your malicious, diabolical plan, because if you don't, you're fucking dead. You're a fish out of water. You have no skill. It literally is a linear activity of just using sex to get what she wants. That's called prostitution. And everyone can see right through that shit. Everyone's looking at you going, what the fuck is your problem? So she doesn't understand the way Americans work. She doesn't understand how Americans work. None of these Hollywood folks understand how America works because they're spoiled, rotten, elite pieces of shit. Showing off your diamond and talking about a fake wedding with a fake relationship, that's not American, that's Persian. Showing off a yacht and your fancy outfit while you wear a goofy hat, that's Persian. Going around collectively together and bringing coffee as an entertainment conversation means you don't have anything to offer. You're just a bunch of trash heap garbage people who are literally scounging for content because you don't know what else to produce. You're that fucking stupid. You're that talentless. You can't figure out how and why I'm able to create as much content as I'm able to create. And it's all original and unique. Continuously creating new content every single day for the last 7 fucking years. And you literally repeat the same circuit and cycle over and over again. Yet for some reason, you've got the millions and I've got the, 192 followers, 38 on this platform. And they're all bots because I wasn't willing to sell out to agenda to throw my own country under the bus. So you better fucking believe that anyone on TikTok who has millions of followers, they are literally traitors to this country. And if they're riding on the street in Palestine to assist a Persian in overthrowing our culture so that an Obama can get back into office and create slavery within the Black community and any other person that goes against his regime Because that's why there is never any peace in the Middle East. Do you get what I'm throwing down? Take a look at Monavan and you will see a tactic of terrorism in this country and something that we have never seen before in history. Never in history have the Middle East taken women of their own country and infiltrated them onto a space, because we haven't had the internet like we have now, to wave their titties in men's faces so that you can look at them and say, wow, she's so erotic, exotic. Because women in America, we actually work for a living. We don't stand on a yacht and look like we're actually hard workers while we bullshit you in TikTok videos about hair and makeup and how we don't wear makeup. And then in the next video, you show someone showing up to your house in makeup, getting your makeup done, going to a party where you then just called yourself humble, where you then make another video and show off how you're on a fucking trip with a dude who's got $200 million. That's the internet structure. And you just sit there and you take it because you don't do the fucking research, and they're counting on you not to do the research. But guess who did the research for you? So you can say whatever the fuck you want to say about my content, but you better go take a look at your fucking self in the mirror on how shitty your shit is. Your shit is just a copy of other people's shit with no fucking experience, no fucking education, and absolutely nothing to fucking say. Not to mention, all you do is schmooze everybody over with your big fat tits, your fat ass, where you tell everybody how you have a hard time saying no. Well, obviously you do, because you're always fucking some other person over and literally going to bed with all these black football players, Kim Kardashian. While you parade your children around the internet as if that's normal motherhood, I'm here to tell you that is not. The fact that you as Americans cannot recognize right from wrong any longer, but bitch and complain about it, but still agree to the behavior because you're forced into it because she's Armenian and that one's Persian and that one's from England and that one's from here and that one's from there. While all you little millennial bitches have anxiety and then bitch and moan because life is so unfair, yet you never lifted a finger in your fucking life. Never lifted a goddamn finger in your fucking life. Let them do it. Let them handle it. I'm the queen. I'm a millennial. No, your job as millennial and Gen Z is to do the fucking heavy lifting. That's why we're in this motherfucking mess. Why we're in this fucking mess is because of Gen Z, Gen Xers, and Boomers who have allowed these little shits to try to overthrow our culture by calling equality so that they can go to Cannes, France on a fucking trip where all they do is get fucking wasted and slop food all over their shirt, then post it on the internet and brag about how they're having lunch with the CEO of TikTok. That's literally what we're watching. They do not care about the message that they're delivering to you. So it's your responsibility as viewers of this shit to make your own decisions. Yet you can't make your decisions because there's so many subliminal messages. There's so much garbage being spewed at you. And all these bitches, all they do is show off their bodies. How the fuck does somebody eat like that, drink like that, and have a body like that? You eat how many meals a day? They rob you of your ability to be successful so that they can steal it all the light to themselves, so that they can run off to the bank with their honey Braxton while he lays on the ground with no shirt on. Make sure you get that on film because we definitely want the girls to be jealous, but we also want to fuel our careers based on our bodies. Let me get people to like me so that they'll follow me and listen to what I say because I'm so nice. Oh, I'm sorry, but you better take a closer look at that. We had enough of this self-righteous, egotistical, nonsensical marketing bullshit so that you can make more. It's not about making a career. It's about making more, and draining the resources of our country while burning our flag in our fucking faces and then have no fucking feeling associated to it. No fucking feeling associated to it. Oh, well, I gotta worry about myself. Well, when you got 4 million followers, you ain't just worrying about yourself. You're worrying about the little boy that you put in front of the camera to take on all the bullying that comes because you're so erotic when you hold him. You all lost your fucking minds. You have no fucking clue what life is about, nor do you really even give a shit, which is the really craziest part of all. You are doomed in this world, so all you can do is try to get the validation where you can get, which means that you've never done any fucking work in your entire life. So how the fuck are you teaching other people how to be fucking confident and unique when you don't even invite uniqueness in your own fucking life? All you all are nothing but carbon copies of the next, of the next, of the next, being spewed at us to match a brand of what TikTok wants you to see or what other platform wants you to see. And then when someone new comes up that threatens your livelihood, which you're already a fucking millionaire, and you might shut your mouth for once, you might actually fucking learn some shit. Not to steal, bitch. No, to wake up to the fact of what a piece of shit you fucking are. But that's too much work for you because all you want to do is go shopping, get your fucking nails done, get your fucking hair done, and then prance around with a big fat fucking diamond on your finger while your man says, that's my wife. Living the dream, Rock. Living the motherfucking American dream. So that you can overthrow people's families of their children just so your little brats can make it to the top. Nobody wants to watch you and nobody wants to watch them. Schmoozing, 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 schmoozing is a new form of charisma, and they all learned it from Obama. Meanwhile, there's a stuttering goofball named Biden that Motivan shows up at the U.S. Capitol to say, oh, clean makeup. Let me know. I'm a pharmacist if you need anything. That's some real good leadership right there, isn't it? Make sure you make a video and get the angle and get the photograph session so that we can promote this shit on my platform so I can look like I'm important when no one gives a shit about you. When the real reason she showed up at the fucking White House, the U.S. Capitol, is not because of that shit. It's because of me, bitch. So is this a fair country when your own country chooses a Middle Eastern, a Persian-born, who speaks Farsi, over their own American citizen, when the American citizen is more educated than their own president of the United States of America, who was voted in by voter fraud? What an American country we live in that you as fans and followers would choose a Persian over American because she looks good doing it. What part of that in your brain doesn't connect? What part in that brain of yours does it not connect that you're never going to make it in this business? You're not good enough to make it in this business. So you better go for what you're going to go for, which is your small community within your town to live a successful life, not some big ass organized crime shit that you started because you're fucking hot in the pants. You better get your fucking heads on right, folks. The fact that we don't want to see people in our local community succeed in educating us is because of people that are influencers who went viral overnight, because all they fucking do is show off their tits and their assholes while their men parade them around as if that's the way to do life. That ain't the fucking way to do life. You keep your fucking Persian shit over there with you. You keep your bitch on a fucking chain and get that bitch out of our fucking faces. The fact that you had the audacity to rent that nasty ass fucking villa, that nasty fucking villa, and that bitch was willing to parade that shit around in all your 44 million followers' face. It's not even the villa itself. It's the way that the bitch lives her life, the way she presents her material as she erotically looks out into the abyss of the blue ocean, which I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't nothing like an ocean which is right up the street from my house. You don't know beach until you didn't been to this beach, bitch. You don't know beach until you've been to the Virginia beach, bitch. You didn't know shit about shit. I want to know why you went to the Franz Cans and we didn't see one image of you jumping in the water like you proclaimed when you went to that Miami beach, where you proclaim every time you go to the ocean, the first thing you do is you jump in the water. I didn't see no fucking images of that shit. Because you fucking lie, that's why. All about your fucking publicity, and then you think people are gonna forget? Bitch, I know your fucking content inside and out. It's the same fucking shit, new fucking lie, bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. And she is an example of how the marketing has gone fucking downhill. Why people don't watch commercials? It's because of a bitch who stands there making herself a salad and then bragging about it erotically as she holds it and does a Just Salad erotic dance. Go buy Just Salad. Wow, that's a really good commercial. That's called no depth. That's called no substance. And you're getting your business closed down, bitches. And that goes for your corporate branding that you built years and years and years and years off of. This ain't about sales, bitch. This is about a fucking brand. You didn't know shit about shit. There needs to be a lid put on these bitches, and y'all need to start learning how to fucking run a marketing CE company, continuing education, where you have to go to specific courses that are boring as fuck to keep your asses in line so that you know the fucking laws and how each and every one of you are breaking the fucking laws. And that goes for corporate America. Don't know, don't tell. Don't show, don't tell. You do realize that there are laws associated to marketing, right? And that none of these influencers know the laws and they're all breaking the laws. Federal crimes. They're millionaires, they have millions of followers, and they're marketing to companies. They're contractors, and they're not educated on the laws. And the new up-and-coming generation in marketing are not up to date on the laws. That would be called your HIPAA reminders. Yet you guys are a free-for-all who don't give a shit about shit. It's why our movie sets are all about lust and sex and kissing and shit. Nobody wants to see that shit. No more is there a storyline, which is why all your fucking movies are nothing more than the silence from a Middle Eastern bastard. Just to let everybody know, I got prednisone yesterday at the pharmacy, and they don't even know how to prescribe prednisone. They don't even know how to prescribe prednisone. When you take a steroid, you wean yourself off when you start taking prednisone. Why would you do that? Because it replaces your ability to create the adrenal zone or shit that gets created with prednisone. He's Middle Eastern, and I showed you a picture of his ass. Even the veterinarian does it for cats and dogs. But a grown man who claims to be a pharmacist, who's Middle Eastern, doesn't know how to prescribe prednisone. And that's what we're looking at, folks. A lying ass pharmacist at the CVS on Altama who doesn't know fucking medicine. I think that you're probably in the same scheme of what Monavan was attempting. However, Monavan never worked as a pharmacist. She knew on the first day that she didn't like the job. So she worked as a pharmacy tech, but then she worked as a pharmacist for 9 years. And then she moved to Hollywood and said that she wanted to get into the space of Hollywood. So none of her shit makes any fucking sense. She's fucking clueless. And that's what happens when you're out of integrity, whether it's in marketing, whether it's as an influencer, doesn't fucking matter. You will always be exposed because people will start to see the path of how you fucking lie, especially when you're bragging about all your fucking money. Especially when the man that you're supposed to be engaged to is all about being humble. You don't have a fucking brain, Monavan. You're dog shit. You're a low life. You are a scumbag. Not sure what part of that y'all can't hear, but she's a fucking scumbag. And it literally, she puts a lustful image on VCon's website. Go get your dick sucked is that message. But I can guarantee you when she saw that lustful image, she said, wow, that looks amazing. I love it. Let's use it. I'm going to get lots of people at my event because look at fucking how hot I am. Well, I became vegan because I wanted to be vegan, and it's fruits and vegetables, and you can eat bread, but bread has milk and eggs in it. So you got to do the gluten-free and the vegan bread. Okay, do you have any questions? And that's the modern day education. And that literally is what she speaks to in every fucking platform. Well, Gary Vee commends her by saying, I'm so proud of you for your got salad. We all know that they're all a network together because I literally exposed that by showing you that 6 years ago, that real estate dude out of New York with the fucking bleached blonde hair had a lunch meeting with Gary Vee on his platform, literally in a video. And if I had my phone, I don't remember if I think I did post a picture. And then he had a live session or a session where he speaks to him, and now he has a reality TV show. So what does that fucking tell you? Now, this isn't about climbing the ladder. This is about all in who you fucking know and what you're willing to do to sell out the country, to close your businesses in New York. Liz, how does that make you feel? Democrats want migrants to run this place. You better start paying attention to where people are from if they're Democrats, because they're not American. And that means even if your parents were Indian, if your parents were Middle Eastern, you shouldn't be in office. Especially if they were from the land, because you only know that fucking culture, because those cultures are the reason why people are struggling with the idea of going to college, because Americans believe in hard work and effort, and they know that you can thrive without a college education. The problem with college education are the professors, the politics, and the interest rates that are associated to the fees that come from the school payment, not from education. So you are missing the whole information on why you go to college is to grow up, slowly grow up. Yeah, of course you have to invest financially, but that's how you get value out of something. So now they want free college, they want free housing, they want free food, they want free gas, they want influencer. They want free plane rides, they want free gifts, they want free this, they want free this, and then they want equality. So they want evil people who are black in ghetto gangs to be equal to somebody who has a degree at Georgia Southern University. Although the guy from Georgia Southern University is actually up to something, where the ghetto ass piece of shit has a grill that looks like rotted out teeth. And they think that's cool. That's not professional. Especially the demeanor of the person who is get the mindset of somebody who thinks that having gold rotted out teeth is the way to go. Get the mindset of that. That's not a successful person that's out for someone else. Because those gold rotted teeth scare children, but they don't care about that. They care about scaring you. An intimidation tactic. It's all marketing. So while you all use unprofessional lustfulness to get yourself climbing the ladder, because it's the only way you climb the ladder. Because if you're not lustful, they're lustful, they're lustful, and they're lustful, you're actually doing the right thing. The eyes of attention go over to the bitch that's lustful, and then he's already decided that one's not going to make it in the business, because if he doesn't agree to it, this one over here does agree to the lustful and the lustful and the lustful. So it makes more sense to get the lustful ahead of the one that's actually up to shit, and it's a whole mindset of the entire fucking industry. Because you're like, wow, she's fucking hot. Let me get my dick sucked. Okay, lawsuit. Don't be too friendly. They'll think that you're flirting. I'm a married man. No, but it still sounds like you're flirting because you're friendly. That's with India and Gary Vee on his Ask Gary Vee. She can't contain herself. She can't control herself because she's ugly as shit. She's got no personality. And somebody who's a man and is nice to her makes her feel erotica, especially when he's powerful. That's called unprofessional, and it's why you don't work at the fucking company anymore, bitch. Meanwhile, D-Rock is mocking Gary Vee the entire time. Meanwhile, you as audience think that he's flirting with you when he's fucking educating you. Meanwhile, he keeps secrets about where he is and what he does, although he's very honest about most things. Bragging about him going on vacation with a woman that he fucking can't stand, where they literally pretty much spend time by themselves while he proclaims to watch documentaries, which is actually going to college. So honesty is a huge concern in the industry of marketing. And if you would all get real honest with yourselves, you might actually see that when you get honest and you get back into integrity with your existence, you'll actually be able to open up doors of creativity that you've never experienced before in your life. However, what we have right now is a bunch of Monovan bitches walking around, creating out of integrities for everybody so that she can stand at the top of the mountain and you can run around picking up her dog shit. But you know, she's so sweet. The game of marketing is a manipulation tactic. That's all it fucking is. And the game really is getting aware around yourself and around what these pieces of shit are actually up to. So the conversation is keep your enemies as friends and then decipher between if that's your friend or is it an enemy. And then all people become your friend and you're just nice to everybody, but you're very tactical in how you behave around them because you know that they know this one and they know this one and they know this one. You know not to mess with that one and that one and that one and that one, but you also know how to mess with that one and that one and that one and that one. Because eventually each and every person on this planet get old and they will take themselves out, just like Soros and Anschutz. Because now they're in their 80s and 90s and they're worthless pieces of shit. And everybody fucking knows it. And don't forget Biden and Kamala. We all know Qatar has its stake in the American land and the American culture, as we saw evidence on Monavan's platform, where she erotically shows cars behind her. That's disgraceful and disgusting. That's not American and that doesn't belong in this country. It doesn't even belong in Qatar. It just shows what kind of shallow, nasty, I would never open a business in Qatar. I don't give a fuck how much money you fucking have. I don't give a fuck how much fucking money you have. I would never do business with Qatar. I would never do business with the Middle East. Fuck y'all. Y'all think you're up to some shit? You don't know American history. You don't know the Constitution. And you don't know actually what our forefathers went to get us to this point of called liberty and justice for all and the freedom and the rights of why America is the way America is. It's why we are the strongest country in this planet, on the globe. It's because of George Washington, who you proclaim to be an anti-hero. The reality is he was a hero and he had to do what he had to do to battle the pieces of shit like the Middle Eastern Qatarians. So you black people and you fucking Persians and all you fucking people from other countries, you better fucking believe that MAGA is a real fucking thing and that Americans are first. I don't give a fuck about what you think equality is. You don't know fucking equality. You don't know fucking equality. You're slave owners. Black people don't know equality because you're all looking for your fucking handout. And that's a marketing gimmick, you motherfuckers. The fact that you support Obama, a fucking Palestinian or Pakistani, shows that you actually are anti-Americans. You got your ass handed to you. You got your asses handed to you, and that he actually has already enslaved you again. It's not the white man that enslaved you. It's your fucking selves because you decided you wanted Obama as your president. And then Trump came back around, tried to fix that shit, and then the media took hold of it, and that's why we're in this fucking mess. And don't forget about voter fucking fraud. So all that shit the media spouting out to you is nothing but fucking garbage when it comes to Trump. There's little pieces here and there of some real valid content coming off of Jesse Waters and those fools off of Fox News, but I'm going to tell you right now, some of that shit is just fueled for your anger and angst inside too. One big battle of media, one big battle of Hollywood, one big battle of influence, one big battle of AI and Meta and all the other bullshit, one big battle of the fucking politics. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm in charge of all that fucking shit. You want to know why I'm in fucking charge? Because I don't put up with no fucking garbage, bitch. I don't fluff fucking ass, because where we're at right now, there ain't no time to fluff no fucking ass, because if we don't handle this shit now, the world is fucking over because of people like you, Obama, Biden, Kamala. So yeah, our democracy is at stake, but that's because Biden's standing on the front lawns of the United States White House with some man with his titties hanging out. That's the reason alone to not vote for that man. That is not okay. It is not okay to watch him speak the way he speaks. Now, Rachel Maddow is good at convincing you that that's normal behavior, and that is their job as media professionals. They're nothing more than actors and actresses, just like Cuomo said. How can we convince you by convincing you? Tell them that he's speaking coherently. Tell them that Donald Trump is barely walking by making some fake images. Lie to these people. That's what they tell you. Nice try, Rachel Maddow. We all know the truth is that Donald Trump went to Wharton and he's a businessman. War, ton. That man is the president of the United States of America. He won in 2020, and him and myself, amongst other undercover agents, have been working this operation now for 7 fucking years to expose you and you and you and you and you. The difference is that they have the power to control the media, to control what you see, because it's not just an algorithm, which is a coding system. The algorithm is a coding system controlled by a person. So all this bullshit they speak to you about the algorithm is nothing but garbage. And it's all controlled by whoever is in the CIA. And don't forget about the clandestine operation that I've spoken to you about, where they literally took the old history of what they did to Nixon, of what they've done to the Bay of Pigs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they've weaponized the social media, they've weaponized the judicial system, and they've weaponized our equality against us when we already had equality. It's bizarre to me that you thought sitting on your ass on your front porch smoking a cigarette with a fucking wig on your head, you deserved equality of somebody who runs a company as a CEO. You don't deserve equal opportunity if that's how you live your life. You deserve equal opportunity if you get your ass out of bed and you go place to place to place to place to place to place, network your ass and get a reputation of actually being a person of service with good quality product and good quality education. Then it becomes equal. Then we take a look at race. But when you're underqualified and you wear slippers to a fucking interview, you don't get the job, and it's not because of your skin color. It's because you're not good at your shit. However, what the Democrats are trying to tell you, that equality means that you get the job because you're black and wore slippers to an interview. And they're trying to make that kind of unprofessional behavior the new norm in society. And I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't going to fucking work. That's how businesses close. That's how governments fall. And that's what happens when you put people like Kamala Harris. Well, she talks about reproductive freedom because she ain't got nothing else to talk about except for promote Kim Kardashian and her surrogate shit. We got a lot of problems in this country. It all stems from the Democratic Party. Let's not forget about the infiltration of intelligence from other galaxies that are trying to destroy your fucking brains, but you don't care about that either. Or do you? Thank you so much for watching me. I covered a lot of information this morning on marketing, on politics, on a bunch of stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you tell all your friends and share with your family all this information, because the older generation, you're in charge. There's multiple pieces of people that are spread out that are in charge, and it ain't Democrats. Harry. Just doing a little side cross talk. Okay, everybody, have a great day.